From the New Orleans Youth Academy, RBI Field at Wesley Barrow Stadium. It's District 9 5A baseball here this evening as the St. Augustine Purple Knights entertain the Jesuit Blue Jays. And a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan joined by Kenny Forsang on a nice night for baseball here on the lakefront at Wesley Barrow Stadium. Now the New Orleans Youth Academy. Jesuit St. Augustine playing the second game of their two-game series. The Blue Jays won game one on Tuesday by the score of 5-0, and Jesuit has rolled to a 23-2 record this year, and power rankings number one in Division I in Louisiana. But Jesuit's just 3-2 in the league thus far. Interestingly enough, both of their losses have come in league play. Kenny, always a good baseball team. Jesuit is solid in every capacity. You look at their numbers, they hit .340. Most impressive, their team earned run average of 1.42, and they catch the ball. No real weakness on this team.
No, and I mean, that's the story of the Jesuit program from here in New Orleans. I mean, they all they do is reload every year. They're always going to put a good team out here on the field and play hard and find ways to win. And the biggest thing is they're not going to beat themselves. You know, you're going to have to go out and outplay them and beat them squarely. Put the ball in play, and, you know, that's what they do. They always put pressure on the other team. And the biggest thing is that they're just pitching the heck out the ball right now.
They certainly are, and, I mean, you just look at their pitching numbers. They're off the charts, and it's a whole bunch of different guys, and we'll talk about their starting pitcher tonight. The Purple Knights come in with a record of 12-10, 0-5 in the league, but don't be fooled by that. This is a talented baseball team with three signees on this team, and we're going to see the guy that is the hardest thrower in the metro area tonight in Kenya Huggins, a Louisiana Tech signee.
Well, I mean, anytime you throw mid-90s, they're going to come find you. And, you know, it's great to see St. Aug being competitive for a long, long time growing up here in the city. St. Aug, many years weren't competitive. But what's happened in the last few years with this New Orleans Youth Academy, they've done a great job of helping the inner city kids get better. You know, when you see teams like Warren Easton and some of these other public school teams around the city starting to play better baseball, it's better for baseball. And Aug, even though they're 0-5 in the league, if I remember looking at the scores, I think there was one blowout, and the rest of the games they were in the ball game.
Yeah, they're on the cusp of winning, and when they win once, they're going to win more in this league based on what we've seen in recent years. Of course, St. Augustine, under the direction of Barrett Ray, an outstanding baseball player in his own right. Back in his day on the field, just a brilliant player, and he knows this game extremely well. Jesuit, guided by Kenny Goodlett, who has done an excellent job with the Blue Jays program and is able to tolerate me being one of his neighbors. So one of those difficult circumstances. It's interesting tonight. The contrast will be fun to watch because both teams are wearing pinstripes. That's the only uniform Jesuit has. So that is normal. But St. Aug also in pinstripes tonight. So pretty interesting contrast when you look at those two things. As you study the teams, we talked about the Jesuit numbers on the year. When you take a look at the St. Augustine numbers, they're not shabby either. This is a team that can hit and it can pitch. They've got a lineup for St. Augustine. When you look at their lineup, and their first 7 hitters in the lineup are batting .333 or better, that tells you how capable they are.
And they have also upped their schedule, too. I mean, there was a time when they were just playing, you know, other New Orleans public schools, and for many years, those were not good teams. But, you know, with them carrying a record like that right now and having the stats that they do, I know it's against tougher opponents. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. I'm really looking forward to see what Jesuit can do against young Mr. Huggins. And I'm excited to be out here tonight on a great night across the street from UNO baseball field, which I know you've been out there a few times.
You bet. Yeah, I've lived out there at some point in time for sure. Both of these teams with players who are going to play at the next level. We'll talk about that during the course of the broadcast tonight, and obviously teams with talent. Look, it's one of those situations where no matter who's on the mound for Jesuit, as we mentioned earlier, their pitching is going to be good, and then we get an outstanding talent in Kenya Huggins for St. Aug. So let's tell you about the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First of all, for Jesuit, the visiting team, 23-2 overall and 3-2 in league play. Leading off at shortstop, the UNO signee Colin Loop. Batting second at third base is Giovanni Lasciardi. Third hole hitter and catcher, Zach Casaubon. The cleanup hitter and left fielder, Trip Vadad. Batting 5th at first base, Holden Hess. Hitting 6th, the DH is William Good. Batting 7th and playing center field is Hayden Morris. Hitting 8th at second base, Preston Berggren. And batting 9th in right field will be Keith Pittman. The top 3 of Loop, Lashardi, and Casabon. The middle 3, Haydad, Hess, and Good. Bottom 3 will be Morris, Berggren, and Pittman for the Blue Jays. And on the mound for Jesuit will be the big right-hander Ryan Porsche, and he's very impressive. More on him in a moment. For the Purple Knights of St. Augustine, with a record of 12-10, 0-5 in Catholic League play, under the direction of Barrett Ray. Leading off in center field, Jardy Montgomery, Northwestern State signee. Batting second and pitching, the Louisiana Tech signee Kenya Huggins. Hitting third at third base is Shannon Martin. The cleanup hitter in DH is Cabral Johnson. Batting 5th at first base is Leon Franklin Jr. Hitting 6th in right field, Genesis Prosper. Batting 7th at shortstop, Jeffrey Durand-Soleil. Hitting 8th in catching will be Ryan Stripling. And batting 9th in left field is Nigel Johnson. The second baseman not batting is Landon Williams. So the top 3 of Montgomery, Huggins, and Martin. Middle 3 of Johnson, Franklin Jr., and Prosper. Bottom 3, Durand-Soleil, Stripling, and Nigel Johnson, with Williams playing second base and Kenya Huggins doing the pitching for the Purple Knights here this evening. We told you about both teams wearing the pinstripes, St. Augustine and their purple pinstripes, yellow gold numerals, and their white caps with the purple bills, and Jesuit will be in their Jesuit uniform, right? There you go. The pinstripes, blue caps, blue stockings, and the blue numerals in print across the front for the Blue Jays. Again, they're still talking at home plate about the ground rules before we get this game started here in short order. And by the way, as mentioned, it's a nice evening here on the lakefront. We're at 79 degrees, mostly sunny as we speak. The wind is out of the southwest at 7 miles an hour, but the flag is really virtually still in center field, so no real factor where this game is concerned.
Right. I mean, it's just going to be and this is more of a high school field, too, than what we saw at Kirsch Rooney or we saw over at Jesuit's home field. 325 down the lines, 390 in center. There's going to be, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of triples, but, you're going to get some doubles in the gaps. But a much better high school facility, I think, where it's truer dimensions for these young men.
Well, 10 to 15 feet makes a difference. 325 is the same as Kirsch Rooney, but then you get to the gaps, and it's 355, 360 to the gaps as compared to 370. And then in Kirsch Rooney's 400 to center, it's 390 here with the elevated wall in center field. So, yes, a little bit shorter, but it does make a difference. And, of course, it is a turf surface, so the ball will skip a bit as you get the ball on the ground. So, we'll see.
Well, we saw some balls hit the other night, even with that wind blowing in, that got to the fence, so over at Kirsch Rooney. So I'm excited about being here. These are going to be 2 great teams playing tonight, and let's see what happens.
Indeed, looking forward to seeing what transpires as the Purple Knights entertain the Blue Jays. Lineups have been exchanged, waiting for the Purple Knights to take the field. That will happen very shortly here. The lights are on to get things started here in Gentilly. Of course, Wesley Barrow Stadium, this has been here for a long time. I used to play some competitive softball games here on the grass surface at that time, and when this was redone and Major League Baseball got involved, I think it was a fantastic thing. They built the softball field, they redid this stadium, they turfed it, and of course they develop baseball talent here with Eddie Davis, who does a marvelous job at the New Orleans Youth Academy, sometimes called the Urban Youth Academy, and they've really done a great job of getting more African-American young men interested in this game, and young women as well. And it's showing because St. Augustine has signed at least 2 players every year for the last 4 years to play college baseball, and the Purple Knights take the field. So to the field goes St. Augustine. It will be Nigel Johnson in left, Montgomery in center, Prosper in right, with Martin at third, Durand-Soleil at short, Williams at second, Franklin at first. Stripling does the catching, and the long one and the hard thrower, Kenya Huggins, on the mound for the Purple Knights. Huggins is right at 6'4", and he gets over the top. He's got a pretty good breaking ball. When that pitch is on, he's almost impossible to hit on a consistent basis because the fastball is well above average at this level. It's a college fastball right now.
Well, I'm watching his stride to the plate right now. He's almost stepping on the green in front of the mound. He's 6'4", he's all length. Taller guys use a pitching method called tilt and topple, where they let gravity work for them.
Mm-hmm.
And just specimen-wise, you got to be impressed with him.
Well, I've seen him pitch too, and he's very impressive in that regard too. And it's a pleasure to be able to have him pitching here this evening, and for us to be able to bring it to you. So we're looking forward to you seeing just what the murmurs are all about, and sometimes the loud talk, if you will, about this young man who's got a lot of ability. But he's facing an elite team and an elite program in Jesuit here tonight. Thus, the really good matchup. Look, we were able to spotlight Cade Anderson, the brilliant sophomore at St. Paul's, the left-hander who throws 88 to 90 consistently, when we did St. Paul's and Holy Cross here on CrescentCitySports.com back on March 19th. Danny Ream and Anderson didn't disappoint. He pitched a complete game, shutout, 4-hitter that night, and struck out 6. So now we spotlight another of the big-time prospects in Kenya Huggins tonight. We're ready to go. Leading it off for the Blue Jays will be Colin Loop. Loop on his way to UNO. The shortstop is hitting at .418. He has 1 homer and 17 driven in.
Well, UNO has done a great job getting him and Cabasaris to go over there next year.
First pitch of the ball game is right down the middle for a strike at 6:34. So no balls and a strike on Loop. Really good player and a guy that creates havoc on the bases, and he's a very solid player in the field as well. Here's the 0-1. That's high with the fastball. It's 1-1. And you're right about the stride. Look, guys can be tall, and sometimes they don't necessarily use that to their advantage. Huggins does.
Right, exactly. I'm very impressed with just seeing 2 pitches and watching his mechanics. Somebody has done a great job with him.
That's a cutter away, and it's 2-1. Look at the outfield alignment. They shade Loop well to hit to the opposite field. And shallow. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a liner foul down the first base side. It's 2-2.
I think there's going to be a lot of balls over that way today.
In all likelihood, with the velocity. 2-2 the count. Stretch. All right, stretch. The windup in the pitch. Swinging a foul same way.
Right side. Stretch.
I think I'm talking about his frame. Stretch. Holding.
Did he play basketball too, or is he just a baseball?
Baseball. 2-2.
I mean, he just looks like an athlete.
No question. 2-2 the count. Kicks and he fires. Breaking ball, foul back. Boy, this is a good at-bat, isn't it?
It's a great at-bat. You got a stud on the mound, and now he is battling him through 6 or 7 pitches, and that's how you get to somebody that's good. You make him throw more pitches.
Here's another 2-2 pitch to Loop, and another swing and a foul. What an at-bat by Colin Loop. This will be pitch number 8. What a way to start.
Yeah, and he continues to pound the plate for strikes. So, I commend both these guys.
Holding at 2-2. Here's another pitch to Loop. Breaking ball high, and now it's full 3-2.
Now, he had him set up for that pitch, and he let him get off by leaving it up in the strike zone. But I think if that's down in the strike zone, that's a tough pitch to hit there.
Payoff pitch from Huggins to Loop, and it is a swing and a ground ball foul. First base side. Let's do it again.
What is it, pitch number 11 now?
This will be pitch number 10.
Number 10.
And there goes the catcher, Stripling to the mound. And he's like, okay, let's see what we can find to try to get this guy out.
Right.
Colin Loop proving to be extremely difficult to start this game.
That's a great leadoff hitter with a great first at bat.
And another payoff pitch. And it just missed the outside edge. Ball 4. Some at bat by Loop. Close pitch, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a great eye, because I know I'd have been swinging at that pitch. But a little bit off the plate, and so Jesuit gets a leadoff hitter on.
They do indeed. Giovanni Licciardi will bat. And Giovanni's been outstanding. .333, no homers, and 16 driven in for the Blue Jay third baseman. Stretch and the pitch. Ground ball to third. Nice play. Throw to second. Got him. Good play by the third baseman.
That's a nice
That's a really nice play by Martin to get the lead man. He had to wait on that ball.
Right, he had to wait on it, and he did a good job of getting the throw to second base. But even what impressed me more was the second baseman doesn't try to make that throw to first base.
Batter will be Zach Casabon, the catcher, at .461 with a homer, 26 RBI for Zach. He's just been terrific. Runner first, pitch is down and out for ball one.
Has there been anybody on Jesuit's team that hasn't been terrific? You know, I mean, they're having a great year being, you know, what is it, 22-3 or 23-2?
23-2 coming in.
Yeah.
1-0 the count. Huggins a check of the runner, and he'll throw over. Diving back in is Lashardi. Pitch is down for a ball, so it is now 2 balls and no strikes.
And that was the first pitch I saw him try and go inside on somebody. So let's see if he can command that inside part of the plate.
Lashardi leads Jesuit with 8 stolen bases, so keep an eye on him. It's 2-0. Stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a challenge pitch, and Casabon had a rip. 2-1.
You know, the rule you try to tell your hitters is you can't go after anything above your hands. But that's the pitch that you see the best, so it's hard to lay off of that pitch.
Casabon waits. It's 2-1. Ready now. Huggins will throw to first, and diving back in again is Lashardi. Casabon, a commitment to Dartmouth, heading to the Ivy League.
Very good, very good. I mean, that means he's academically pretty sound. I think that's a great chance for him to go play ball.
Ground ball to second. Second baseman will go to second for 1. Relay to first, and got him.
Nice play.
The turn, Williams, Durantale, Franklin, and the inning is over. And in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the first coming with no score. That's just a good job by Williams. He had to go to the whole side, which means he has to catch it first, then pivot, whipping around to make an accurate throw, and then Durantale with a really strong throw to first. A bang-bang play for the double play.
Absolutely. He did a great job. He did a great job of getting the ball to second base. And again, I was kind of surprised he threw because I didn't think he had a shot at him at first. But he did a great job of turning it and got him by a step. So great way for the Knights to start their first inning. So after a great leadoff at bat, going 11-12 pitches, Aug did a good job of getting out of the inning.
And now the Blue Jays will take the field defensively with Haydad in left, Morris in center, Pittman in right, Lashardi at third, Loop at short, Berggren at second with Hess at first. Casabon will be behind the plate. And on the mound for the Blue Jays here will be Ryan Porsche. He has not taken to the mound yet. Here he comes. Big, tall Ryan Porsche. We got 2 big pitchers tonight. He's 6'3", 205, who is a junior, and he's been really good on the year. We didn't get a chance to tell you about Huggins' numbers. We'll do that next time he's out there. But in terms of Porsche on the year, he is 5-0 with a 2.01 earned run average. Porsche also has a save in relief. Overall, Porsche has pitched 24 1/3 innings. He's only given up 16 hits, 12 runs, and 7 earned. He's walked 12. He has struck out 33 in those 24 1/3 innings. So Ryan Porsche has been very good. I've seen him pitch this year, and he's good. He's going to be in the mid to upper 80s with his fastball, 85 to 87 consistently with his heater. You got 2 hard throwers. You don't get a chance to see this treat very often on this level.
No.
Not only hard throwers, but big guys.
And I mean, if you got both teams that play defense like Aug did in the top of the first, this game might be over in an hour and a half. Looks like both these guys are going to throw strikes, and they're capable of getting strikeouts. Remember the other night, one of the games we were talking about how they just didn't have somebody they can go to out of the pen that's going to get you a strikeout when you need it. Well, both these guys are able to do this.
Correct. Well, they both can, and they're both awfully good. And the Purple Knights will send Jardy Montgomery to the plate, followed by Kenya Huggins and Shannon Martin here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, Porsche was a little bit late getting out to the mound, so a little bit longer between half innings than normal. But now we'll be ready to go.
Well, the catcher throwing down to second base almost took Porsche's head off just now. So he had the duck.
Hey, when that happens.
Center fielder, number 11, Jordy Montgomery.
Here's Jardy Montgomery to lead it off. Northwestern State signee. You can go back and look at the video what we did with him when he signed with Northwestern State at CrescentCitySports.com. Here's Montgomery. And he takes it for a strike call. This kid's a switch hitter. He can run.
Wow.
He's good. Center fielder at 348, no homers, 12 RBI. Porsche gets ahead with a strike right away.
That's what you got to do. You got to jump ahead, make them put it in play.
Pitch is fouled out of play. And it's no balls and 2 strikes.
You know, the colleges in Louisiana are playing such good baseball right now. You know, Louisiana Tech, UL, Northwestern, Northeastern, UNO, Tulane. I mean, it's amazing the number of colleges that play such good baseball.
Porsche ready with the 0-2 pitch to Montgomery, and that missed the outside edge. It's 1-2. Just off the plate. Good call. Just like the 3-2 pitch was a ball, watching it again.
Right.
Which we had a chance to do via CrescentCitySports.com. It was close, but it was a ball. So was that just now.
Yeah,
1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called inside edge. That's a quality fastball. Perfect location. That's
a great pitch. He went away, and then it comes in under the hands, and there's nothing the guy can do with it. You know, mention how great the colleges are doing. You can't forget about Delgado and LSU Eunice, LSU Shreveport.
Yeah, I do Delgado games, and Joe Sherman does a terrific job. They're 22-10 right now. Fastball down and into Kenya Huggins, the aforementioned outstanding pitcher, also happens to be a very good hitter. He's 357. He's got 6 home runs to lead this team and 20 RBI. He can get into one. 1-0. Breaking ball, check swing, foul. Wasn't expecting that pitch. And it's 1-1.
That's tough to lay off for that curveball. You know, when you see a guy throwing mid-80s, you know, you got to get your hands to the ball, and sometimes an off-speed pitch just throws you off.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, that's great location again. Away just off the plate, unreachable. Huggins is in the hole 1-2.
I got blocked a little bit. Was that a cutter? It looked like it was a cutter.
Yeah, that ball was cutting.
Yeah.
1-2, they got whether by intent or not, it cut.
Right. I mean, that was a great spot.
Porsche ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him. He stayed away and got him.
Yep.
So Porsche is phase 2, fan 2. Impressive start for the junior, and now he faces Shannon Martin. The third baseman for the Purple Knights is at 396 with no homers and 4 driven in. Straight away defensively. First pitch. Up for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. That's also high, and it's 2-0. You know, I just love tonight that we're going to hear that catcher's mitt popping all night.
Right.
Got a couple of guys that can bring it.
Right, not throwing marshmallows.
Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. That is in there for a strike call, 2-1.
I mean, from what I've seen so far, both these guys are all over the plate. I mean, that makes life easy for you as an infielder and outfielder to know you're going to get strikes thrown.
2 balls and a strike. Next pitch on the way. That's over but high, so 3-1. Cabral Johnson would be next.
Now, as a pitcher, you're saying to yourself right here, early in the ball game, nobody on, put it in play. Just don't put him on.
Now the 3-1 pitch. Strike called. It's full 3-2. Martin filling the count, making this pitcher work. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Payoff pitch from Porsche all the way. Swinging a foul off the catcher's gear. Keeps Shannon Martin at the plate at 3-2. Right-handed hitter back in. Time called. Porsche taking a little bit more time.
Now, you know, we got to talk to the folks about a bigger scoreboard. These old eyes.
You're the second person to say that. Here it comes. And he's over but high, ball 4. Every pitch was over the plate, but pitches were up in the zone.
Right.
And consistent by the home plate umpire. And that's all you're looking for, to know what he's going to call.
as a pitcher or a coach, you got to know where you can throw the ball that it's going to be a strike. It can't be a strike one time and not a strike on the next pitch.
Point being that some might see that as a strike, a high strike, but not here. But he's been very consistent, and that's good. Here's Cabral Johnson, 429, no homers, 12 driven in. Takes a cutter for a strike at the knees. Johnson, the DH, and he's a good one.
I don't know what Robbie thinks is his best pitches, but that cutter's pretty effective. Cutter or slider, whatever he's throwing.
0-1 the count. Ready with the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, hit very well into the gap in left center field. That ball's going to find green space. It's going to the wall. St. Aug's going to take the lead. Grounding third. Here comes Martin to the plate. He will score on an RBI double by Cabral Johnson. And the Purple Knights take the early lead.
That ball was crushed to left center field. Looked like he got either a cutter or a curveball up in his zone inside. And, good hitters hit. Pitcher's mistakes.
Started with a 2-out walk, and then the big double by Johnson gives St. Augustine the lead, and that will bring Leon Franklin Jr. to the plate. Another good hitter for the Purple Knights. So here's Franklin with a chance to add to the lead. Right-handed hitter. As mentioned, he's a good one. The pitch, missing away, ball one. Franklin only a 224, but he's a better hitter than that, having seen him several times.
Well, sometimes hitters just have bad luck. You hit the ball on the nose right at somebody. You could do that 3, 4, 5 games in a row.
No home runs, 5 RBI. Leon swings and grounds at the short. Loop has gobbled it up. His throw across is right on the money. Inning is over, but the Purple Knights jump on top with a run on a hit. No errors, and they strand one. We've played one. St. Augustine leading Jesuit by the score of 1-0. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Riverlands Insurance Services, who encourages you to make your insurance game plan today. Riverlands is a proud recipient of the Top Insurance Workplace Award from 2019 from Insurance Business America. Call Riverlands at 1-800-336-4579 or go to riverlandsinsurance.com. Thanks to Noah and Loop, down at DeCarlo, and all of the folks at Riverlands for their support. We're greatly appreciative. So a 1-0 lead for St. Aug as we head to the second inning. And Cabral Johnson comes through with a big blow there, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, it's get a runner rolling, and you come up with a clutch hit to put them up 1-0. Now they just have to keep pitching and playing good defense. Keep Jesuit at bay to where they're not going to get any momentum and jump ahead here. Now, this is a great opportunity here. Our org has to do a good job of keeping the 0 on the scoreboard here and keep the momentum from going to Jesuit. And then let's get back in and let's get some at-bats and try and get another couple of runs, maybe a crooked number up there in the bottom second. And Jesuit's thinking just the other way. Hey, let's go put base runners on, put some pressure on them, and see what happens. Maybe we can get a run to tie or put a crooked number up there for us.
Back to the mound, Kenya Huggins stake to the lead. Remember, Jesuit shut out St. Augustine 5-0 on Tuesday, so this is the first run they've scored on Jesuit in 9 innings, or in 8 innings. And here in the second for the Blue Jays, Tripp Haydad leads it off.
Well, I know that's got to be a relief for the AUG players and for the AUG coaches that, hey, we've shown them now that we can score a run.
Here's Haydad, really good one. 427 Tripp, 2 homers, 36 RBI to lead this team, and he swings and fouls the first pitch back. I mean, you're talking about 36 RBIs in 25 games. Give you some perspective. And, of course, here at Wesley Barrow, you're going to have what I call planes, trains, and automobiles. Planes flying into Lakefront Airport. Swing and a miss. There's a delicious slaughter. And it's 0-2. And then, of course, you got the trains passing right behind us, and then you got vehicles pulling up as well.
Right. And then every once in a while you hear the UNO crowd across the street.
0-2 pitch. Down and out, 1-2. But if he can throw that slider the way he threw that one just a moment ago, he's going to be very, very difficult to deal with.
He's going to be hard to deal with because he's hard to catch up with his fastball. So you got to pick.
1-2. Ground ball left side. Tough chance. Shortstop. Durantale. Long throw. Can't get a base hit. Durantale did everything he could. Made a heck of a play. Haydad lays it out for a base knock.
He did everything he could. He looked like Derek Jeter, but didn't have Jeter's cannon to throw somebody out on that. He did everything he could, and the Jesuit runner got down the line, did a great job of getting down the line and being called safe.
Haydad, the senior at 6'2", 200. Boy, he's going to make somebody a good player next year, uncommitted at this point. Here's Holden Hess, the first baseman. The pitch. Swing and a smash inside the bag at third, a base hit. Stopping at second will be Haydad, and the Blue Jays have 2 consecutive hits. One of the things they're doing, Kenny, is they're going after the first pitch with regularity.
Well, we've talked about this many times. I mean, I would tell my high school pitchers, you want to jump ahead. Throw that first pitch over the plate and put it in play. And just Jesuit found the holes. Here's our first decision of the game for Kenny Goodlett. Do you bunt here with William Good? Good is a .500 hitter, no homers and 2 RBI in the plate appearances he's had this year. He's been really good, 8 for 16 in limited appearances. Infield looking for the bunt, the pitch. He's not bunting, and he took a strike, and it's 0-1. Now, what's going through your mind as a coach right now? Do I bunt this guy to get to the bottom of my order, or do I try and do something here to put something in play on a hit and run or something to get something going? No balls and a strike, the pitch on the way, and a check swing. He went around on a breaking ball. It's 0-2. So no bunt here. Nope. Trusting Good's ability to put the ball in play, but now he's in the hole 0-2. Purple Knights look for the double play. Still in a little bit at first and third, even with 2 strikes. Thought they'd move back here after no attempt at a bunt. 0-2. Ground ball foul, first base side. Holding, and no balls and 2 strikes. Well, sometimes infielders have a mind of their own. That they just lose track of what's going on. With 2 strikes, he's got to play back a little bit, I think. But unless coach has him in for some reason. Third base is playing a little bit behind the base. First base is even or inside of that. So it cuts down his range on a ball hit to his left or his right. Good took a practice swing or 2, gets back in. On 0-2. Kenya Huggins is ready. Long look, and here's the pitch. That's down and out, gets away from the catcher. He can't find the ball. But nobody advances, no read by the base runner, so wisely staying put. And it's 1-2. You got to read that right away if you want to run. We mentioned Huggins, 1-2 record, but an 0.97 earned run average. 21 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs, that's it. 11 hits in those 21 2/3, 12 walks, and 37 strikeouts coming in. Yes, I mean, he looks like he's a strikeout pitcher, and, when you can get that big out with a strikeout. Foul back, another productive at bat here is good. Right. He's fouled off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes. So, I mean, Jubbs is just doing a great job of swinging the bat right now, putting it in play, fighting off good pitches to get a good pitch. William Good will stand back in from the right side. Again, the defense straight up with the runners leading first and second. Here it is. Foul back again. These are just such good at-bats by the Jesuit hitters. Yeah, I mean, as a pitcher, I would hate it. 7, 8, 9 pitch at-bats when, my goal was to throw a 3-pitch inning and go sit down. We're in the flight path tonight. Our second plane flying right over us here. 1-2 the count. Swung on and missed. He got him on a hook. Yeah, he took a little bit off of that one. Strikeout number 1 for Huggins is a big one. It's 1 out. The runners don't advance. And here's Hayden Morris at 368. Morris, no homers and 9 driven in. Flight pattern will take those planes just beyond the outfield fence, basically, into Lakefront Airport. Stepping off is Huggins. Runner at second, Haydad. It's Hess at first. I notice the first baseman is still in. In fact, well, I can't say he's in on the grass, but he's in on the green. On whatever they call it. Right, the green stuff. Stretch. Here's the pitch. That's down for ball 1. Want to know the count? And a strike called. It's 1-1. Well, I really love the fact when he goes inside, he's so very effective because it's hard to get the fat part of the bat to that pitch that's inside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul, right side out of play. The count going now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. On Hayden Morris.
Ball and 2 strikes. The stretch once more by Huggins, and another 1-2. Breaking ball outside. It's 2-2.
He laid off the cutter on that. That's a good pitch. And now he's got to put it in play.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners again leading. Huggins with another 2-2 pitch, and that's low, so it's full 3-2. Jesuit hitters are just making him work hard early in this game, and these are high leverage situations. He had to deal with a runner in the first and 15 pitches, and here in the second dealing with 2 runners and a lot of pitches already. 3-2 the count. Let's see if the runners go. They do not. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Goes down in the zone again, Morris, for the second consecutive strikeout. 2 gone.
Well, the big thing that I noticed is that Jesuit is not really chasing any bad pitches. I mean, he threw a couple of pitches just off the plate that a lot of hitters would have gone after, and Jesuit laid off of them, and they were balls.
That one might have been slightly down, but it was close enough.
Yeah, but 3-2, you got to be swinging at that.
Preston Bergeron bats at 250, no homers, 3 driven in. The pitch down and out. That gets away. Runners will advance to second and third.
This could come back to haunt him.
Would you call that a pass ball?
Yeah, I'd call that
I think I would. He got a glove on it.
I notice all of our infielders are back now, which is where they should be. Gives the guys a chance to get to a ball and get a good angle to get to a ball.
Huggins will go to the full windup now where he's most comfortable. More power for a power pitcher. The 1-0 pitch, high and away, 2-0. Now, the upside is obvious. Fastball pitcher, wind up, you get more on it. Correct. Downside is the runner at second gets a gigantic jump. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 2-1. But right now, Huggins is thinking, look, it's just me and Bergeron. That's it.
And that's how he's got to think. I got to go get this guy. I don't care what I got to do. I'm not worried about that runner on second base, but I got to get this hitter.
Swung on and fouled. Right side late on that swing. It's 2-2.
Early in a game like this, I would let my pitchers just throw from whatever's comfortable. But late in the game, if it's the tying or go-ahead run, we would be stretching.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 on and 2 outs, and here it comes. And a swing and a miss. He struck out the side after giving up 2 consecutive hits. That's what Kenya Huggins is capable of doing. No runs and 2 hits, no errors, and 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the second, and a 1-0 lead for St. Augustine. Well, he showed you something there, right? He gives up 2 consecutive hits, and all he does is blow away 3 hitters in a row.
It was kind of like he said, okay.
Let's get serious.
Yeah, my bad.
Something like that.
Yep.
But that's what he's capable of doing. Early impressions of Kenya Huggins?
Great velocity. I find him very effective when he goes inside to the right-handers. Of course, I mean, he struck out the side with pitches away. But, I mean, from what I'm seeing, he just totally ties up the right-handers when he goes on the inside part of the plate. But after the first inning, last inning, I'm very, very impressed with Robbie Porsche. I mean, his velocity is not the same as Huggins, but certainly command of his pitchers and everything that he's thrown over the plate. You know, even the called balls were close.
Porsche back to the mound as we go to the bottom of the second inning with the Purple Knights on top, 1-0. And here in the second inning, St. Augustine will have Genesis Prosper, another good-looking player, followed by Jeffrey Durantale and Ryan Stripling against Porsche. He threw 19 pitches in the first, 12 were strikes, walked 1, struck out 2. The walk really cost him, didn't it?
That's the go-ahead run right there in the bottom of the first. You know, the 2-out walk and leadoff walk. 2 worst things that can happen to you as a pitcher.
Here's Prosper at 348, no homers, 12 driven in. The pitch on the way. Swung on it, foul back. I really like this young man. He's a good two-way player. Again, he will make somebody a good player next year. Good left-handed pitcher with velocity and a good left-handed hitter, Genesis Prosper.
You know, what people don't realize is that with those players staying back in college because of COVID, it doesn't leave much room for new players.
Swung on it, foul, left side out of play, so Porsche ahead of Prosper 0-2. Yeah, that's a real factor. I was talking to Joe Sherman yesterday before Delgado's doubleheader sweep of Nunez Community College, and he was lamenting that fact. He says, you know, there's 7 or 8 kids I want to sign, but I don't think we have the space. Guys want to stay.
Right.
and we have to honor that.
Right.
Fisted foul back to the screen,
That's
so
a great
Prosper
pitch.
stays alive.
Great pitch right there. 0-2 to be able to go in and up, and it just handcuffed him. Now let's see if he comes back with something off speed away.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. And another pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He elevated the fastball, raised the eye level, got above the plane of the swing, and struck him out for strikeout number 3, 1 out.
And had great movement on that pitch. I mean, it looked like it started out over the plate and it just broke almost into the right-handed batter's box.
1 gone. Here's Jeffrey Durantale at 240 with no homers and 8 driven in. First pitch is high for ball 1.
Got to get that cutter or curveball down just to be more effective with that off speed.
1-0 the count. Pitch is a strike called. It's 1-1.
Great pitch, great movement on that.
Ball and a strike. Here it comes. That is just missing the outside edge. Close pitch. It's 2 balls and a strike.
You know, a lot of people don't understand about the movement on a ball. If a ball is flat, I don't care how hard you throw, it's easier to hit the second, third time around in the lineup.
Swinging a foul back.
But if you got
2-2.
if you got a guy that can, that fastball moves in, if you started for the plate, it either breaks away from the left-hander or breaks in on the right-hander. But the better pitch is the ball that starts off the plate and breaks back in over the plate.
2-2 is grounded up the middle to short. Easy hop for loop. Sets and guns accurately. For out number 2, Durantale retired. Just like the first inning started. Porsche retires the first 2. Now Ryan Stripling, the catcher, will bat. He's at 286, no homers, 5 driven in. Elsewhere in the league today, Holy Cross completed a sweep of Rummel, winning 5-2. Tigers are now 16-7, 3-2 in the league. Rummel suddenly has dropped 4 straight.
And they're a good ball club. I mean, this Catholic League is just unbelievable with their talent and their depth.
Stripling bats. Stripling takes a strike called. It's 0-1. We will have Rummel and Jesuit on radio Saturday. Weather permitting, they're talking about maybe changing the time because of bad weather early. We shall see. We'll know more tomorrow. Ground ball, base hit, left field off the bat of Stripling as he drives it to the left side. Well, it all happened with 2 outs in the in the bottom of the first for St. Aug. Can they repeat that? Now, Stripling is aboard.
I mean, I got to tell you, I thought Porsche made a great pitch there. Got in on the hands, but he made it great. Got his hands inside the ball and pulled it to left field. That's a good piece of hitting right there.
Here is Nigel Johnson, the left fielder at 191. No homers, 11 driven in. Stripling the runner at first. Grabs a short lead. Porsche from the belt to the plate. And is a strike call.
Good pitch.
No balls and 1 strike. Porsche brings it. Ground ball fair inside of third into the corner. Rounding second, Stripling. He's on his way to third.
He's sending him. He's going to send him.
Here comes the play to the plate. They've got a chance to throw. Is not going to get him. Scoring on the play on a 2-out double. It's Stripling. Johnson comes through, and it is a 2-0 lead for St. Augustine. The throw beat him, but it was a short hop. Tough to handle for Casabon. And that's absolutely the right call by Barrett Ray to send him with 2 outs.
No question. I don't know what the discussion is here.
I think he's trying to say he was blocking the plate. Ball beat him there. He's safe anyway. No harm done.
Well, I think that's hard for a catcher. If the ball is coming inside or outside, but when it's coming right down the line, what do they want the catcher to do? I don't know what the argument is here.
I have to believe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine it's anything else in what we're talking about here. So the second straight inning with 2 outs, a rally starts and a run scores on a double.
Well, a nice hit ball. First of all, 2 good pieces of hitting here. with the guy that got on base and did a great job of hitting it down the line. The Jesuit third baseman did everything he could to make a play on it, just got by him. And then good base running. I mean, the guy was cutting the angles down, and to me, there was no question that this coach was sending him right here with 2 outs.
Yeah, great decision by Barrett Ray. Kenny Goodland having a discussion with the home plate umpire as well. It's both coaches having these discussions. All the while, Porsche waits.
I mean, could he have been arguing the collision at the plate? Was there a collision? I'm blocked by a TV.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was a slight collision because the catcher is trying to field the ball, and the ball's beating him, and he couldn't handle a short hop.
Right.
All's well that ends well. Jardy Montgomery bats. He struck out looking in the first. Stretch pitch. Swinging a foul. Had a good cut. It's 0-1.
That was in on his hands. Both these guys very effective on the inside part of the plate because they have a little velocity with them.
Ground ball towards short. Loop has a hop. Sets and guns to get the speedy Montgomery for out number 3. In the inning, a run for St. Augustine on 2 hits. They strand their second runner. After 2, the Purple Knights 2, and the Blue Jays nothing. Boy, it's 2-out magic for the Purple Knights, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you got to do against a team like Jesuit. You know, when you get your opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. You know, Jesuit has and always will try to find a way to win, whatever they have to do in any sport: football, basketball, baseball, track, swimming, tiddlywinks. It doesn't matter. They always seem to find a way to win, and that's what Aug has to fight against. Hey, they got to stay tough now. You know, this pitcher has to keep throwing the strikes. Don't give them base runners. Don't make errors. Don't make walks. And make them put the ball in play to beat you.
Huggins back to the mound now with a 2-run lead. He has had to work hard, 38 pitches in 2 innings. He's walked 1, he's fanned 3 to this point, and he'll be working to Keith Pittman, then the top of the order, Colin Loop and Giovanni Lasciardi for Jesuit in the 3rd inning.
And Jesuit needs base runners. Whatever they got to do to get on.
Well, they've had them in the first 2 innings, haven't been able to plate any to this point.
And that's been the big difference. Aug has come up with the 2 big hits, and Jesuit hasn't yet. So, long way to go. Good ball game.
Throw down, and we're ready to go in the top of the 3rd inning. 2-0 Purple Knights on top. There's Keith Pittman, a 150 hitter, no homers and an RBI on the season for the junior. Pittman, a right-handed swinger. Huggins ready to work. First pitch. Swile back to the screen. Again, Jesuit first pitch swinging. It's a familiar refrain here.
Yes. You know, this guy's going to try and jump ahead. We're going to try and take advantage of it. I thought that was in on his hands, and it kind of handcuffed him a little bit again.
0-1. Cutter. Boy, that's a tough pitch just off the plate. And it's 1-1. A ball and a strike.
That's a great eye.
1-1 pitch. Ground ball right side of the second baseman. Easy chance. And Williams throws him out. 1 gone.
Nice play. Good pitch. Again, I think on the inside part of the plate. He was late, but hit it hard just right at the second baseman. Did a good job.
Colin Loop bats. Walked his first time. That was some at-bat he had to start the ball game. The 11 pitch at bat.
He did a good job in his first at bat.
Pitch to Collin. Breaking ball sits high.
Now, the advantage of that, too, is now he's seen everything that Collin can throw. He's seen the slider, the cutter, the curveball. He's seen the fastball.
1-0 is a strike over the outside edge. It's 1-1.
So, he's not going to be fooled by much.
1-1 strike. Here's another. Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch. It's 1-2.
A lot of coaches will say, you don't swing at a curveball with less than 2 strikes. There's a lot of coaches that have taught that in the past.
1-2. Oh, he just a defensive swing on a pitch in and fouls it off. That's what good hitters do.
Well, he was trying to save his life. That pitch was way in and just fought it off.
Another 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. Great pitch. Out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Huggins. He's tough.
Well, if he keeps throwing that, whether it's a cutter or a curveball, that looked more like a curveball just now. If he keeps throwing that over the plate, throwing his 90-mile-an-hour fastball, he's going to be tough.
Here is Giovanni Lasciardi, grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. First pitch is down and out for ball 1.
And usually good pitchers get better as the game goes on. They get into a little groove. They start feeling it.
That's a strike. It's 1-1.
That was inside. Right on his hands. Great pitch.
1-1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on here in the third. And another pitch from Huggins. Fastball just missed the outside edge, 2-1. Again, when they're missing, both of these pitchers are not missing by much. They're close.
No, to me, that's what makes the game enjoyable, was everything has a chance of being put in play.
And here's the 2-1 pitch. That is inside. Ooh. Oh, he called it a strike.
Ooh.
Called it a strike, popped out of the glove. Maybe that made it look like a worse pitch, but That looked like it was inside. It's called a strike, though, and it's 2-2.
Now, that umpire has given that inside corner a couple of times. So, as a pitcher, you got to say to yourself, I may have to throw there.
Swinging a fly ball high and deep to left. Left fielder is back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. On his way to second is Lasciardi. He's going to try for 3. Here comes the throw. He's saved. Sliding.
Nobody at the plate. Nobody at the plate.
They've got somebody there now. It's a triple for Lasciardi with 2 outs. Just missed a home run.
And it looked like the center fielder didn't help his left fielder at all. I mean, his left fielder planted his face on the fence. I mean, that center fielder's got to be telling him, you got 10 feet, 5 feet. You got to let him know. He didn't slow down.
Runner at third with 2 outs, and Zach Casabaum will bat.
Now, let's see if Jesuit can return the favor here with a 2-out base hit to return the favor with 2 2-out runs that Aug has done.
Casabaum grounded into that 4-6-3 double play in the first. Takes one down and out. Looked like a slider. It's 1-0. Ball with no strikes. Here's another. High, and it's 2-0.
I'd pitch careful to him. I think is their best hitter. So.
He and Haydad, who's up next.
Yeah.
2-0. Swung on a miss, challenged him, got it by him. It's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Lasciardi back in. Swinging a foul back, and it's even 2-2.
I am so impressed with the number of strikes being thrown by both these guys.
Huggins kicks, and he deals. And a swing and a miss. Slide ball. Catcher has to pick and throw to first. Does so, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit. And a runner stranded, 3 left for Jesuit, and now Huggins with 5 strikeouts, showing you what he's all about. We head to the bottom of the third, and it remains St. Augustine 2 and Jesuit nothing. Every time he's faced adversity, he's made his pitches, Kenny.
Well, and that's what good pitchers do. You know, when you have to bear down and really have to concentrate, you got to make your pitch. I mean, that pitch was either a slider or a curveball down in the dirt, and he chased it, and made the pitch when he had to. So, I mean, I'm being a pitcher, I am loving this game with these two guys throwing.
Huggins with 5 strikeouts now, as mentioned. He's got 3 zeros on the board, and his team has 2 runs for him. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a 2-0 lead.
And it's a lot easier to pitch ahead. What we've seen the first 3 innings from Jesuit is, they're chasing that first pitch because they must have a scout report that he's going to try and jump ahead. And that's what he's done the first 3 innings. And Jesuit has chased the first pitch, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you got a guy struggling throwing strikes, now you may want to go up there and be a little bit more selective. But he's not having trouble throwing strikes. Go up there and get your hacks in.
Porsche taking his warm-up tosses. So we get set for the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Purple Knights will have 2, 3, and 4 up. Huggins, Martin, and Johnson. The sun beginning to set here.
Pretty night.
The lakefront area of New Orleans. Here's Kenya Huggins, struck out swinging back in the first against Porsche. He's thrown 34 pitches in 2 innings. 25 have been strikes. He's been all around the zone. He's walked 1, struck out 3. First pitch, down and out. Pitcher to pitcher here. It's 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. That's high. So 2 balls and no strikes to Huggins.
I used to hate to face the other pitcher because if you hit him accidentally, you didn't know if you were going to get drilled or not when you came back up the bat.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Power against power. It's 2-1.
He just went up there and challenged him. Nice pitch.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. That's high. 3-1.
I'm looking at our flag in right center field, and it is just dead. It's just hanging there.
Here's the 3-1 on the way. Swung on and missed. It's full 3-2. Yeah, it's kind of a stiff, still night, if you will. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Came back and got him. Struck him out for the 2nd time. Strikeout number 4 for Porsche and 1 out. Shannon Martin bats. He walked and scored in the first.
He got the 2-out rally going in the first inning.
First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1.
Jump ahead. Make him put it in play.
No balls and a strike. Here it comes. That's down for a ball. It's 1-1. Porsche the sign. A lot of time here. Now he's ready. Kicks and he fires, and that is just missing the outside edge. It's 2-1. Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Lamarque Ford. Huge things are happening at the big store in Kenner, including a huge selection of pre-owned inventory in the brand new indoor showroom featuring all makes and models. Come see our remarkable deals and service. Stop by or go to Lamarque.com. Swung on and missed by Martin. It's 2-2.
Good pitch by Porsche.
Ryan getting the sign once again. And now the hitter steps out. Ready once again. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that's down and out. So now we're full 3-2. Second straight hitter that, of course, has gone full 2 here in the third.
Right, and that the cutter or slider just got away from him there. He let it go way late, so it broke way off the plate. Got to be a little bit closer for guys to chase that.
Payoff pitch is on the way. Popped him up right side. First baseman over, right fielder in, right fielder toward the line. Can't catch it. It's a fair ball. It's going to be extra bases. Stopping at second base is Martin. While the right fielder, Pittman, got there, hit his glove. He just did not catch it. And I got to believe that goes as an error.
I hate to say that because he ran a long way.
He did.
But he got there, and it should have been caught.
So an error on the right fielder. Puts a runner at second.
That kid's a good hitter.
Shannon Martin at second base with one out.
Yeah, he's a good hitter.
First error of the game. And that gives an opportunity to Cabral Johnson. He doubled home to run in the first, hit the ball to deep left center field. Pitch, swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Good pitch.
No balls and a strike. Hitter stands back in. Cabral Johnson. He's now driven in 13 on the year. Force turns towards second. No throw. Couple of RBI doubles for the Purple Knights. And another double here in this inning gives them a chance, or at least a two-base error, if you will.
Right, and with a big hole between short and third.
Porsche stretching, and the 0-1. Missed the outside edge. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's just missing with that slider or cutter he throws. And, he's got to come back and find a plate a little bit to be more effective with his other pitches.
A ball and a strike. Hitter stepped out. Check on the runner, the pitch on the way, and that's a swing and a foul back. So the count goes to 1-2 now on Johnson.
Now, you still don't have to give in right here and throw a fat pitch. You got first base open, it's a 1-2 count. You might want to make him try and chase something again here.
Ball and two strikes. Stretch once more. 1-2. Here's another drive to the gap and left center, a base hit. Run around third. He's going to head to the plate. Here's the throw home. It is in time, and he's out at home. Good throw by Haydad. Good job by the catcher. Kazabon to field it. And then to go apply the tag. That's a big out for out number 2.
That's a great play by both those young men. Great. It was a little bit up the first baseline, but he did a great job of keeping the throw down. And Kazabon was able to come on over, catch it, and take a step and a half back and put the tag on the runner. That's a good defensive play. That's what Jesuit does to beat you.
Runner at first was not able to advance. Strike call. You surprised he's still at first after the throw home?
Yeah, some of these guys get a base hit and they start taking pictures of the game and they forget what they need to do. The minute that ball got by the third baseman running in to get cut off, he should have been going to second base. Now, if another base hit happens, they don't get a chance to score.
The 0-1 pitch. Missing down and away. It's a ball and a strike on Franklin, who grounded to short to end the first inning. Check on the run of the pitch. Down and away. 2 balls and a strike on Franklin.
Yeah, he's just missing with his slider. He's got to make some adjustment in his release point or start it for another target. Sometimes you just have to make adjustments in the game as a pitcher with your point of release.
Here's the 2-1. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Pittman has this one measured, and he's got it. And the inning is over with no runs and a hit, 1 error, and 1 stranded. 3 left for St. Augustine now. We've played 3, and the Purple Knights still lead the Blue Jays 2-0 here at CrescentCitySports.com. So good job there to get you around the error by Porsche.
Well, I know Pittman's feeling a heck of a lot better after that third out.
Well, I bet you he was happy to see that ball hit to him to end the inning. It's like, okay, I can handle this, and we'll get this inning over with, right?
And that's exactly. Let's get in. Let's try and get something going. You got to have fun sometime. In one of my games, I had a young man out there who hadn't played out there, and he missed a couple of balls. So I made him go out one inning with a helmet out in right field.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to make him feel a little bit better and not be all upset about having a few errors in the outfield. Say, nobody feels worse than a player.
Yep.
So as a coach, I don't think I jumped on many kids for making physical errors. Now, if they didn't think about something and didn't do something, or something like that, or didn't run hard or play hard, that was a different story. But physical errors happen. These are high school kids. You watch the guys in the big leagues making $1 gazillion and watch the bloopers once a week and see how bad they can be.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about uniforms earlier. Aug in their pinstripes, Jesuit in their pinstripes. I was teasing Coach Cazzo, Rummel's coach, about if he was going to break out the red pinstripes once again from many years ago. He didn't really answer me.
I'm with you. So here we go to the fourth inning. Triff Haydab will lead it off, to be followed by Holden Hess and William Good against Kenya Huggins, who thus far has thrown 55 pitches. 36 have been strikes. He's walked 1. He struck out 5. So the power pitching has come to the forefront thus far for this power pitcher.
Yep.
Pitch to Haydab is high for ball 1.
I think
Tripp singled his first time.
I think both these young men are excellent pitchers. And these hitters are doing a great job of hanging with them.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, it's 2-0.
Can't fall behind. Got to put the ball in play right here.
Huggins with the 2-0. Outside and high, 3-0. And Haydab will take a pitch here.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. That is down the middle. It's 3-1.
Took a lot off that.
He did. Get me over fastball. He got it over.
Yeah.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Challenged him. Got it by him. It's full 3-2.
And I know he's throwing hard, but to me, he seems a little even sneaky faster than he gets in his windup and then boom, the ball's on you. Just really.
Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He blew it by him. Was down 3-0. Comes back to get the leadoff hitter and the 4-hole hitter for Jesuit. 1 out. That's strikeout number 6 for Kenya Huggins, who now deals with Holden Hess, who singled into second. First pitch to Hess. Fastball high.
If he keeps the Jesuit leadoff hitter for each inning off the base, it will be a lot harder for Jesuit to score.
Popped him straight up. It's the outfield turf. Shortstop out. Second baseman out. Center fielder in, and the shortstop. Durantale makes the catch, falling down for out number 2. He heard traffic behind him, but he was able to stay with it. They talk it over. And again, that's a play where the shortstop took control early, so that was his ball. Many people think, the center fielder's in control. Not when there's a ball hit to very short outfield turf, or in this case, because shortstop saw it, and he called it pretty early on.
Right, and they're taught. The infielders are taught on a ball hit like that. You turn and run, and it's your ball until somebody calls you off. Too many guys think, he's got that. I'm not going to go after that.
William Good takes it high, ball 1.
Yep. I used to try to spend once a week on plays like that and communicating with all the players.
1 ball and no strikes, the pitch. Swinging a miss, threw it by him. It's 1-1. We mentioned Jesuit, number 1 in the current power rankings in Division 1. With John Curtis Christian 2nd, Bird 3rd, Rummel 4, and Holy Cross 5. That's likely to change after today. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. St. Paul's very dangerous. 6. Brother Martin 7. Catholic 8. A dangerous 8. St. Augustine a dangerous 9. Archbishop Shaw a dangerous 10.
Right.
And you got McKinley and Scotland who don't figure to be factors.
Right.
This pitch is in there for strike 3 called. He got him, and this inning is over. Huggins continues to dominate. His 7th strikeout of the game. Nothing across for the Blue Jays in the 4th. We're on to the bottom of the 4th inning. St. Augustine still leading it 2-0 here at CrescentCitySports.com. Well, again, you talk about, guys, he was in leverage situations in all 3 of the first 3 innings. He's got a 2-run lead. Maybe he's relaxing and getting better. He has a very easy inning there.
Absolutely, and that's what they say about good pitchers. If you don't get to a good pitcher early, you may not get to him late. And I think Porsche is getting better as the game is going on. I think Huggins has gotten better. I mean, it's just great pitching tonight. I'm loving this game from a pitching perspective with the talent these 2 guys have and the pitches that they can throw, and they're always near the plate. That's the name of the game right there. If you can't throw a strike, you can't pitch at any level. Now, I'm not as big a fan of velocity in all my years of coaching. I never had a radar gun because I just believe if you got a pitcher that can throw 3 pitches over the plate, you can get anybody out at any level.
Back to the mound goes Porsche as he has to keep this where it is for his team. Porsche will deal with Prosper, Durantale, and Stripling here in the 4th inning. 55 pitches for Porsche through 3 innings. Same number that Huggins had through 3.
Right. They're both, it's almost carbon copies. Just Aug with 2 big hits.
2 out hits.
2 out hits, correct.
Here's Genesis Prosper, struck out swinging in the 2nd. First pitch from Porsche. Swung on and missed.
Ooh, he was late.
Prosper stepped out to slow things down. Took a look down at Barrett Ray. Coaching at 3rd. Sign given. Porsche kicks and deals. Foul back. It's 0-2.
In on his hands, late again.
Tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 35 years, transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. 0-2 pitch on the way. High and away.
It's a good spot.
A show-me pitch. It is 1-2. He showed him. What that means is make you aware, change your eye level, and come back and try to get the out pitch here coming up next, which is inside, and he fouls it off.
Off-speed pitching.
Showed him fastball away and then comes in off speed. He's tied up and just fights it off. Good job by Prosper. One and 2 the count. Prosper waits. And another pitch. Foul back. He's battling.
Throwing strikes.
Prosper extends the at-bat. Still 1-2. Another pitch on the way to Prosper. And a swing and a line drive to center. Center fielder is there, and making the catch is Morris for out number 1. Prosper hit it on the screws, but Morris had it tracked.
Well, that's what happens when you get to see 6 or 7 pitches at every at bat, and he got a fastball up in a higher strike zone, and he was able to put the fat part of. I used to say be able to put wood on the ball, but he got the fat part of the bat on it.
Jeffrey Durantale bats, grounded to short in the 2nd inning. First pitch showed bunt. He missed it. It's 0-1 on a drag a bunt. Pitch was away, almost impossible to get to.
It was one of those sliders or cutters he throws, and he kept breaking away. So.
And he'd already made up his mind to go after it.
Correct.
0-1 the count. Another pitch on the way. Sails away for a ball.
He tried to move it a little more outside.
So it's 1-1. Durantale waits. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Blew it by him. It's 1-2.
See, I think he's throwing harder and getting stronger, too. I think we are in for a battle the rest of the way.
Ball and 2 strikes on Durantale. Porsche taking time. Hitter's calls time. Jeffrey will stand back in. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball away. It's 2-2.
Great spot. That's a good eye, because I know I'd have been swinging at that pitch too. I mean, they're all close to the plate. Throwing a good ball game, both these young men.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And once again, Porsche steps off. Back on. Ready to work. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased one. And he's out. Catcher threw the ball to third. I'm not sure that ball didn't hit the ground, but he obviously knew because he caught it. So no need to throw to first, and that's out number 2.
And even the third baseman looked like, what are you doing with
that? He was looking to throw to first. Wasn't quite sure. But the catcher was, and Casbon was right. 2 gone, and here is.
Well, come on. He's going to Dartmouth. He's going to Dartmouth. He knows if the ball hit the ground or not. Come on.
He had it diagnosed. Stripling singled to start that rally in the second and scored a run. And he takes a hot one high for ball 1.
I'm so impressed with these young men who really want to take their education so seriously. Get a chance to go to Dartmouth and play some ball. That's outstanding.
1-0 pitch. That's a strike called. It's 1-1.
I remember years ago, there was a kid from Southwood by the name of Michael Aubrey that wound up signing with Tulane. He wanted to be a doctor. And, I mean, that was his goal.
Shreveport.
Yep.
1-1 the count. I believe Byrd High School. Here's the pitch. Mm-hmm. That's high. It's 2-1.
Was it Byrd or Southwood?
Might have been Southwood. I think you're right. It was Southwood, I believe so.
Then I played with a guy by the name of Neil Kamada. I mean, Neil went on to be a doctor. I mean, it's outstanding when folks just take their education so serious and the opportunity to play ball.
Well, I grew up with Neil and Chris. And Neil's a distant cousin of mine, actually. Michael Aubrey did play at Southwood High. 1997 to 2000 before starring at Tulane. It's 3-1 now on Stripling. Remember, they've started their rallies with 2 outs. Both times they've scored, and there's a jam shot pop-up. First base side should be handled. Foul territory. Hess is there. He puts it away, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. The first of the game for Ryan Porsche. Both pitchers settling in very nicely. Nothing across. We'll go to the 5th. It is still St. Augustine 2 and Jesuit nothing. Well, you're right. Both of these guys are impressive, and they're getting better as the game goes along.
Right, absolutely. I mean, throwing more and more strikes, hitting spots better and better. I mean, that last pitch of the inning, it was in on his hands. There's not much you can do when you got a guy throwing mid to upper 80s and he goes in on your hands, and then you got a guy throwing low 90s and he goes in on your hands. It's just a damn shame that it's not 40 degrees or people's hands would be stinging.
Yep. That's an unpleasant thought.
Right. Going back to the kids that went to college, I had a kid that played for me at Jesuit in Dallas. His name was John Osgood, and he had a chance to go play 4 years at Cornell. He was their left-handed pitcher, first base, DH, and wound up getting a law degree from Cornell. I mean, just great opportunity. All those guys that go out and really want to make something of themselves and do well.
Huggins back to the mound, and he's thrown 67 pitches in 4 innings. He's walked 1, struck out 7, so he's throwing strikes. 43 of the 67 pitches have been strikes. 3 hits for each team in this game. It's 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for St. Aug, and it's no runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Jesuit thus far in the game. Blue Jays have stranded 3. Purple Knights have stranded 3 in that regard. So,
good ball game.
Certainly has
been.
Great
ball game. And the one error wound up not hurting Jesuit because they wound up getting out of it on the play at the plate.
Getting ready to start the top of the 5th inning. The reason we're waiting is the catcher batted last. And, hey, when that happens, he's got to shed everything, and then he's got to gear up again after making the last out. And all the while we wait Huggins was taking practice tosses with his infielders. Now he'll throw it 1 or 2 to Stripling. And that's it. We'll just 1 and he'll be ready. And it will be Hayden Morris to start the 5th for Jesuit. 7, 8, and 9 for the Blue Jays. Morris, Bergman, and Pittman against Huggins. Hayden Morris struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. When you look at Jesuit in this game, they've had the leadoff man on twice in the first 2 innings.
Right. And it's just
able to score.
It's just a matter now of getting on base and trying to do something. I mean, there's no pressure that's been put on St. Aug so far.
First pitch, right down central. It's 0-1 to Morris.
Yeah, that looked like something off speed. That's the other thing. If he starts throwing his off-speed stuff for the first pitch, it could be a long evening.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a drive in a left field. Left fielder on the run makes the catch. Good play by Johnson. Nigel Johnson tracked it beautifully on the hard hit ball by Morris for out number 1.
That's a nice play. That's a nice play right there.
Purple Knights shining defensively. They've turned a double play in this game and handled everything, including a nice play there by Johnson. And now with 1 out, here is Preston Bergman, who struck out swinging in the 2nd. First one on the way. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
That's the rules. Jump ahead. You're up in the scoreboard. Jump ahead. Put the ball in play.
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slide ball down and out.
Yes, indeed.
Skips
Good
away. It's
slide.
0-2. You're not going to touch that pitch. Bergman in the hole.
And again, this is what velocity does for you. You got to be ready to jump on that fastball.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're too ready and you start lunging, they throw off speed stuff at you, and there's not much you can do.
0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call right down central. Got him. 2 gone. And strikeout number 8 recorded by Huggins, who's absolutely marching on. He's retired 6 in a row, 4 by strikeouts. And the batter is Keith Pittman, who grounded to 2nd in the 3rd. Well, John Curtis undefeated in this league right now. The clear league leader. Everyone else has at least 2 losses, including Jesuit. And Holy Cross pitches down for ball 1.
All right, it's a dog-eat-dog district. No question about it.
Right now, the John Curtis Christian Patriots are in control. Pitch missing away, it's 2-0. And another loss by Jesuit will certainly make that even more so, although Jesuit and Curtis still have to play.
Right.
Holy Cross coming back from COVID's won 2 in a row now. Down and out, it's 3-0, so Pittman will take a pitch here. Three balls and no strikes. Here he comes. And a fast strike over the inside edge. It's 3-1. He's called that inside corner pitch
all night long. All night long.
3-1 to Pittman. Ball 4 down and out. He'll take a base. Hustling to first as the ball got away, but he'll stop there. That's only the 2nd walk issued by Huggins. Turns the lineup over for Colin Loop. UNO recruit will stand to the plate. He's walked and struck out. Pittman will take his lead. The pitch right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I was surprised he walked that batter there. I mean, you don't want to get too nitpicky right now. You're up 2-0. You can't give him base runners.
Pittman 4 stolen bases on the year, not going. A pitch is down. He didn't read it. A down read has got to be immediate. Did not, and he stayed, and it's 1-1.
Correct. And guys that are used to running the bases and do a good job, I mean, they do such a great job when they see a ball that's going to be in the dirt. And now you're asking a high school catcher block the ball to pick it up and throw to second base.
1-1 the count. The pitch, that's low, so it's 2-1. Stripling did a good job to keep that ball close enough, not allowing it to get any distance away.
Aug has somebody in the bullpen right now. Can't see a number.
2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Huggins. Swung on and missed, took something off, and had him out in front. Good pitch, 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch. 2-2-2. 2-0.
Huggins stretching, and the 2-2 pitch outside. So now he's run it full, which means a runner will be able to take off Pittman from first with 2 outs. It's a right-hander in the bullpen. We're blocked out from being able to see the number. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner takes off, payoff pitch, swung on and missed. He struck him out. Throw to first for the out. The inning is over, and that's strikeout number 9 for Kenya Huggins. You wanted to see him put on a show tonight? He is living up to those expectations beautifully. No runs, no hits, and no errors with 1 left. Jesuit stranded 4. Let's take a stretch from RBI Field, Wesley Barrow Stadium, where St. Augustine leads Jesuit by the score of 2-0. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute. At Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute, each patient receives the same personalized care and innovative treatment as the professional athletes they treat every day. Get back in the game as quickly and safely as possible with the team that treats more than 30,000 athletes per year. Learn more at ochsner.org/sportsmed.
It's amazing what these sports medicine folks have done in the last 20, 30 years with kids and all these athletes that used to put you out for the season. Now, it's 2 weeks and you're back playing. It's amazing the inroads they've made. It started with my era where you started putting ice on your arms. And I thought that was great for me because it allowed me to come back and throw maybe with a 2 or 3 day rest. But the stuff they do now with arm care, of course they limit the number of pitches now, which I'm not a fan of. But it's just something that the care that these kids get now is amazing. And I want to just shout out to those guys that are in sports medicine and do a great job. In fact, Robbie's daddy is a physical therapist.
So here is Nigel Johnson had the big RBI double in the second out of the 9-hole. Well, that's huge. When your 9-hole hitter gets you a big RBI double. Drove one just inside the line in third. The pitch showed bunt, took a fastball just missing outside. Pitch number 72 for Porsche in the game. He has walked 1, struck out 5. Porsche with the 1-0 pitch. And a bunt toward third, but that's foul. 1-1. Third baseman Lasciardi cheating in. Certainly got his attention. He'll cheat in even more in all likelihood.
Yeah, he'll be back on the green. And what he's doing is he's watching the barrel head of the bat. If the barrel of the head of the bat comes down, he's coming.
A ball and a strike. Another pitch. Popped him up foul back over our heads. And it's 1-2.
Both of these guys are just throwing so many strikes.
A ball and 2 strikes. Another pitch on the way. Ground ball towards short. Third baseman tries to cut it off and does. Has to hurry his throw, and he made a good throw to get him.
That's a great play.
Really nice play by Lasciardi. Showed a really strong arm to get a fast runner.
That is a great, because he was flying down the line. If he doesn't make that play, there's no way the shortstop throws him out.
1 gone for Jardy Montgomery, who struck out looking in the first, grounded the short in the second. Third baseman will cheat in again. The pitch on the way to Montgomery. And there's the bunt again toward third. It is a foul ball. Smart play by the third baseman, Lasciardi.
Yeah, very, very smart play. I loved it when turf first came out. They would bunt the ball down one of the baselines, and they had one of the third basemen blowing it foul. Can't do that anymore.
No balls and a strike. Jardy Montgomery stands back in. Here it comes. Missing away. Count even and a ball and a strike. You're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Single runs in the first and second for the Purple Knights. Have them on top, 2-0. 1-1. Off speed, fouled off the catcher.
Pitch.
And it's 1-2. He took something off there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Montgomery. And another pitch is on the way. Fastball pops straight up. It's on the infield. The third baseman foul territory. In now toward fair territory, makes the catch. Lasciardi stayed with it. That ball took forever to come down. Lasciardi got it. He's made both putouts in the inning.
He did a great job of surrounding that ball and getting it in. One of my Dallas Jesuit players texted me just now and said the hitters have to do something to break the rhythm of the pitchers. That's a great point. You know, if you got guys that are doing
swing and a miss by Huggins, it's 0-1.
That are throwing like these two are throwing, you have to step out, call timeout, do something to kind of break up what they're doing.
Huggins has batted twice and struck out twice swinging against his counterpart, Ryan Porsche, who's ready with the 0-1, missing down and out with an off-speed pitch, even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here at Wesley Barrow Stadium on the lakefront of New Orleans, adjacent to the University of New Orleans and Southern University. Swinging a fly ball high and deep to center. Look back, and making the catch is Morris in deep left center field. That ball traveled about 370 feet. It's allowed out, and the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down, and now Porsche's retired 7 in a row. We go to the 6th, and it remains the Purple Knights 2 and the Blue Jays nothing. Good defense, good jump on that ball by Morris.
Well, I got to tell you, that ball was crushed. I didn't think Morris had a prayer at getting that, and he ran it down about 7 or 8 feet short of that 390 mark.
Well, he sure did. I just was impressed with the way he got a jump on that ball right away, because he gets after it right away, and he never took his eye off the ball to make that play.
No, and you know, the big thing was he didn't coast. You know, like he thought he might be. He just went at it and spun it to get there.
Excellent job. Which will take us to the 6th inning in a 2-0 ball game. Good game, isn't it?
Well, you know, good pitching helps your defense. You know, it gives your defense a chance to be ready for every pitch. If you're a pitcher and you're walking 4, 5, 6, 7 guys, that puts your defense on its heels, and then you're not going to play good defense. You know, it goes hand in hand. I had an old friend of mine jokingly say one time, it's a catch-23. You know, where he, you know, if you're pitching good and you're throwing strikes, you're going to have good defense. If you're struggling to find a plate, you're going to have a bunch of errors played behind you because the guys are not going to be ready. And it also helps the umpires. If you're around the plate, you're going to get some close pitches. But if you're all over the plate, all over the place, and not throwing strikes, when you do throw one that's close, you're not going to get it.
Breaking news story at CrescentCitySports.com earlier this afternoon, which we reported, was the fact that legendary basketball coach Timmy Bird is retiring at the end of this school year at Riverside. Most accomplished coach in Louisiana. 12 state championships for Timmy. Magnificent coach. He's only 59, and he wants to keep coaching. He just said it was time. He didn't have to leave or anything else. He just decided he was going to move on, and I can't imagine there won't be a whole bunch of suitors for his talents. What a brilliant coach he's been. 7 state championships at Reserve Christian, 5 at Riverside, where they never won a state title before he got there. Just a fantastic coach.
Well,
and some of his former players are tweeting right now. Von Julian, who was brilliant, tweeted the goats, and he gave the goat symbol. There's a whole bunch of those type of tweets. And when your players admire you that much, your former players, tells you a lot.
Absolutely. You know,
speaking of his former players, how about Jared Butler? He was the MVP of the national championship game.
You know, just a little bit.
First team All-American, former Riverside Rebel under Jimmy Bird. First pitch on the way here. That's over but high. Close pitch, but called the ball 1-0 to Lasciardi, who had the big triple in the third but was stranded. He's also grounded into a fielder's choice. Blue Jays need base runners, trailing by 2 in the 6th. 85th pitch by Huggins is a strike called at 1-1.
Well, you know, I was kind of a Gonzaga fan, and then when I saw the starting lineup, and it had 2 Louisiana players, I was like, well, I can't pull for Gonzaga tonight.
1-1 pitch. That's high and away, so it's 2-1.
Now, where did the other young man play that was on that team?
Well, not here, not in South Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
2-1 the count. Here's the pitch on the way. That's outside, 3-1. So Lasciardi 3-1 now. He doesn't have an automatic take here, but he's got to make this pitch be in one spot.
He has to be selective.
He takes it, and it's called a strike. That's a borderline pitch.
And that has not been a strike all night long.
That's not, well, that was close. Let's put it that way. It's full 3-2. That's a big call. Changes this at bat, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Payoff. Swung on and missed. Did it ever change it?
Yep.
He struck him out. That's 10 strikeouts for Huggins. What a show he's putting on. Just brilliant.
And, you know, this isn't some poor team.
Yep.
I mean, he's facing a pretty good lineup here.
Zach Casbon is grounded into a double play and struck out, facing a very good lineup, to say the least. First pitch on the way. That's outside for ball one. Yep, looked like Stripling may have stolen a strike there on that 3-1 pitch previously.
Yes, indeed. It's amazing how much you catch it can help your pitcher.
Replay showed that at CrescentCitySports.com. There's a strike called, and it's 1-1.
All he's doing right now is just saying, you know, come get 3 runs off of me with my best stuff.
Good luck with getting 2.
Right.
At this point, he only needs 5 more outs to win this game. Here is the next pitch, and that's down and out. Bounce to the screen. It's 2-1 on Zach Casabon. Again, you get 115 pitches on the high school level. So Huggins is still okay. Just above 90 now. The pitch down and out. It's 3-1. Comfortable night, but a little warm, so...
Well, typical New Orleans. I mean, it's a pretty night, but it's still super muggy.
3-1. That's a strike. So remember, he was down 3-1 to Lashardi. You got him down 3-1 to Casabon, and now he's full 3-2.
I mean, when he needs his pitch, he just goes.
He's done it all night. He has made the pitch all night long whenever he's needed it. Kicks and deals the payoff pitch. Lashardi grounds it to second. Easy chance for Williams, who throws him out. 2 gone, and now Huggins is 4 outs away from a huge win, and boy, is he ever getting it done. He hasn't given up a hit since the 3rd inning. Here's Trip Haydad, who singled and struck out.
So he hasn't given up a hit. You got Porsche that's retired, 7 in a row, you said? I mean, cannot ask for a better pitched game.
All about the big 2-out rallies and 2-out hits by St. Augustine in this game. Otherwise, it's been just an extremely well-pitched game. There's a strike called. It's 0-1 to Haydad.
Does it look like he's starting to feel it a little bit or what?
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, a dandy strike call. Boy, that's unhittable. 0-2.
That buckled my knees up here. That was a great pitch.
No balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch from Huggins. Haydad laid off a fastball up. Boy, smart pitch to climb the ladder. 0-2, but he didn't offer.
No.
I love the pattern, though.
But great spot.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, he can come back with anything. It's still 1-2. He can come back with something off-speed away, come up with something hard up again.
Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Inning over. Blow him away. 11 strikeouts for Kenya Huggins. We're on to the bottom of the 6th, and it's still 2-0 St. Augustine. You impressed yet?
I was impressed when he was throwing warm-ups.
Well, we wanted to spotlight this young man because of what he's capable of doing. I think we have chosen the right game to do so.
No question.
And the right young man to spotlight. He's been brilliant.
No question. And, you know, even though we're spotlighting him, what a great job Porsche's done.
Absolutely. Yeah, no question about it.
He's got another year. I mean, he's going to pick up 4 or 5 miles an hour on his fastball. He may be throwing 90 next year.
Yeah, I really like him. He's a good prospect as well. And he's just got to keep this game where it's at to have any chance. Jesuit has one more inning to go in this game. But keep in mind, Huggins just went through the 2, 3, 4 hitters like nothing.
Yep. Just a great job.
So Porsche goes back to the mound. 82 pitches for Ryan. He's walked 1, struck out 5. He's retired 7 in a row. And here in the 6th, he'll deal with the heart of the order. 3, 4, and 5, Shannon Martin, Cabral Johnson, and Leon Franklin for the Purple Knights of Barrett Ray.
Now I don't know what to tell you to do when Jesuit comes up the bat next inning. I mean, do we go to take a strike? I mean, it's not like he's been throwing the ball all over the place.
I think it depends on the hitter, but I think you probably have to.
Yeah.
Bottom line is he's just not giving free passes. He's walked 2, but I mean he's been ahead of most hitters.
Right. That makes life much easier.
Big time. So on we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and here is Shannon Martin, who's walked and scored and reached on an error. Salute to Matt Merritt on camera, doing a great job. Chip Merritt producing here tonight. The Merritt boys. There's a fast strike. It's 0-1. And again, in our typical New Orleanian delight, it's always about where'd you go to school. The Merritts are Brother Martin Crusaders. There's a strike called. It's 0-2.
Well, we still like them anyway, though.
Oh, absolutely. Great school, great people. And we absolutely like them. Are you kidding me? No balls and 2 strikes on Shannon Martin. I'm giving a shout out to the Crusaders.
Yes.
Sword of the Shield. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Missed away, 1-2.
And of course, I had the chance to play ball with Barry Hebert, who I think he led the nation his senior year in ERA.
He's pretty good.
In college.
He was pretty good. 1-2. Strike 3 called, outside edge, 1 out. Painted the corner.
He doesn't usually get that pitch, but he got that one. That's a good pitch.
1 gone for Cabral Johnson, who's 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and an RBI. That was on the double in the first inning, which came with 2 outs, which right now is the winning hit in this game. It holds up. Got a good chance to do so with the way Mr. Huggins is pitching. I'll tell you about the issue for Huggins in the 7th here in a moment. First Porsche working to Cabral Johnson. Here it is. That's a fast strike. It's 0-1. So the pitch limit is 115, Kenny.
Yeah.
And Huggins is at 99 entering the 7th. And a typical inning is 15 pitches, right?
That's right. So it's going to
That's why you might take a pitch if you're Jesuit.
Correct.
Because both sides are keeping pitch count. You know that. There's a strike call. It's 0-2. And which Jesuit's best chance to win to try to get Huggins out of the game?
Get somebody else out of the bullpen in there.
No balls and 2 strikes. Casabon may have stole a pitch on that strikeout previously. There's a fly foul out of play. Catchers can make pitchers look better. They can really help, and they can certainly influence umpires.
Right. And of course,
as our replay showed, we saw.
And of course, they're talking to the umpires the whole game, and you just hope that they don't say something wrong.
Holding an 0-2 on Johnson. Actually get a little breeze for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that's nice. We'll take that.
Here it comes. Chop foul, third base side. Holding 0-2.
What I'm so impressed about Porsche and Mr. Huggins is they've kept the pressure off of their defense by doing a great job and jumping ahead of the batters and making them put the ball in play. I mean, that's what pitchers are supposed to do. Take the pressure off of their defense.
0-2, down and out. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nothing bad with that pitch. Most of the off-speed pitches need to be at the catcher's knees or below that for guys to maybe chase it. You don't want to throw an off-speed pitch above the knees.
1-2 the count. Here's another on the way, and that's a fastball beat foul into the ground, back toward the screen, and Cabral Johnson having a meaningful at bat. He's fouled off 3 pitches with 2 strikes.
That's right.
Holding at 1-2. Porsche ready. And here it comes. Ground ball to third. Nice job to get his hop by Lachard. He has a strong arm, as we've seen previously, and he guns him out.
Well, that's great footwork on his part. If he would have been quick enough to get that high hop, he'd have been taking something off the short hop there, and it's a much tougher play. Did a great job of coming and get that ball.
Leon Franklin fly to right in the 3rd inning. He grounded to short in the 1st, 0 for 2. You're looking ahead to the Jesuit 7th. Hess, Good, and Morris are due up. Pitch is on the way, and that's outside for ball 1. Salute Lenny Van Gilder for helping make this happen here tonight, as always. The maestro. Spent time with him earlier today. The 1-0. Pop foul backing out of play. It's 1-1. You can watch the full interview with Timmy Bird at CrescentCitySports.com that I did, which Lenny shot earlier today. 1-1 the count.
There's going to be bunches of schools coming after him.
No, there should be. Here it comes. Off speed high. It's 2-1.
Timmy Bird is a playground rat like I was.
Oh,
My
boy,
daddy
yes.
was a playground
You remember
supervisor.
that. At Johnny Bright. Yeah.
His daddy was a playground supervisor at Johnny Bright.
Yep.
Great playgrounds.
Here it comes. A swing and a miss. Fastball powdered him away. It's 2-2. No doubt he was raised that way. Extremely competitive. Was a brilliant football quarterback. Signed with LSU out of East St. John after he led the Wildcats to a state championship. And he's an even better basketball coach.
Right. That's the whole point.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss. And what a job by Porsche.
Yes, indeed.
He's retired 10 in a row. You can't ask for much more from him. Nothing across for the Purple Knights in the 6th, and Jesuit coming up with its last chance in the 7th, trailing St. Augustine 2-0.
Great ball game. 2 outstanding pitches.
This is the old tough luck loss if Porsche does indeed go down. He can't pitch much better than he's pitched tonight. He only walked 1. He struck out 7. And he's only given 4 hits.
Right. This is one of the games that, you look back, at the end of the year and say, man, if we could have had that win, if we could have gotten 1 clutch hit, anything. And what it does for St. Aug.
Well, he hasn't. Porsche hasn't given up a hit since the 3rd inning.
Right.
And Huggins hasn't given up a hit since the 3rd inning.
Right.
I mean, hits are hard to come by. So Huggins will march back to the mound as we go to the 7th inning of a 2-0 ball game. Kenya's on 99 pitches in the game with 2 walks and 11 strikeouts. 62 of his 99 pitches have been strikes.
But even those balls were good pitches.
Sure.
I mean, it's not like he was all over the place.
No doubt.
This is a great facility here in New Orleans East. Just great for baseball, great for high school baseball. I know earlier in the year they had that big college tournament with Southern and Grambling and all those guys coming to play. And that's a big thing to get that here for all those schools to be highlighted a little bit.
Absolutely. It's a terrific event annually. As I mentioned earlier, Eddie Davis, a friend, does a fantastic job of running this New Orleans Youth Academy. Former professional ball player himself and a good one. And this is affiliated with Major League Baseball. And you can see why with the quality of the facility.
Absolutely. And as a coach, I would have loved to have gone over to St. Augustine years ago. And of course there are football and basketball power, but there was no reason why they shouldn't have been a baseball power too. And they're proving that now.
Here's Holden Hess. Holden is singled. He's popped to short. Huggins about to throw his 100th pitch of the game. Here it is. It's high for ball 1. Again, we will watch that pitch count. If these hitters can extend at bats here. St. Aug bullpen busy. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's high, and it's 2-0.
Boy, those last 3 outs are so hard to get. Good God.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hess. That's a strike. It's 2-1. Hess taking. Pitch count 102 now. And the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul, and it's 2-2. Hess, part of that family that's produced 3 young men at Jesuit. Ground ball to the pitcher. What a play by Huggins. Help yourself, won't you? Throws out Hess for out number 1. He hit the ball hard, but Huggins ends up in a good fielding position. And boy, quick reflexes to handle that. So impressive.
Great job, helping yourself there, coming all the way back from the 3-0 count. That's a great job right there.
Here's William Good. His mom watching pensively next to us. Pitch is a strike called. Good struck out swinging in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th. 0-1 the count. Huggins working quickly, brings it. Down and out, 1-1. So he tries to finish this. That's 106, so the next will be his 107. We're counting for you with this pitch limit. Down and out, it's 2-1. So now we're about to see 108.
Yep. We will see what happens.
2-1 the count. Here it comes. Swinging a foul. It's 2-2. So 2-2 to the second consecutive hitter. Huggins ready, brings it, and a swing and a foul back. Boy, he got that pitch in and up, but good, able to get to it to get a piece at least to stay alive. Holding it 2-2. And another pitch on the way, and a swing and a fly ball, right side foul, first baseman chasing, near the fence, will run out of room. It actually hit the light standard. And the count remains at 2-2. So another pitch has to be made here.
That's the key. 2-2, 1 out. What's he up to? 109?
Yeah, 110.
110. I teach math. I don't count that high. Come on.
That's why we keep pitch count. I mean, because of the rules in place, you.
Sure.
2-2 the count. Good at the plate. The pitch is on the way. Look out. Inside. Missed full 3-2.
He thought he threw a strike there. He's upset. He thought he threw a strike. I thought it was inside.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitches on the way to good. Struck him out, swinging for out number 2. What a job by Huggins. Make it 12 strikeouts, and he's 1 out away from a gem. And the batter will be Hayden Morris. Morris is struck out looking, and he lined hard to left field in the 5th inning. And Huggins may have reached his limit.
Yeah, can you start a batter?
Well, that's the problem.
Right.
I mean, that's the issue. And look at him, how dejected he is. He wants to finish this.
Right.
But Barrett Ray knows the rules, and he's going out there. That's why we were keeping this pitch count for you. The frustration emerges. What a hand he should get.
What a great job this young man has done tonight.
That's the real deal. That's the real stuff you're watching tonight. Great command.
I'm just surprised that only Louisiana Tech looked at him.
Well, Louisiana Tech's got a heck of a program. They're top 20 in the country right now.
Yeah. That's good.
Got another young man from the New Orleans area, Kyle Walker of Archbishop Rummel, signed there as well. Yep. The Tech's having a heck of a year. So the Purple Knights will make the pitching change. And, of course, you got a position player that's going to come in. So he's got to change a lot of stuff to do that. And the new pitcher for St. Augustine is going to be Genesis Prosper. That's the left-hander I told you about earlier. That was very impressive when I saw him against Brother Martin. The left-hander that has velocity. It's not going to be as hard as Huggins, but it's pretty hard. They had him that night in the mid-80s from a left side. Pretty doggone good.
When you got 2 guys that are doing that, that's pretty good.
Well, that's what tells you about this league. This team's 0-5 in the league. You're watching this team. They don't look that part at all, do they?
No, not at all. Not at all. I've been very impressed with those guys. But again, you go back to Robbie Porsche and the job he's done.
Ryan Porsche, yeah, he's done a great job.
Just a great job in his game. This is a tough one for him to lose if all can hang on here. Genesis
Prosper will take over, the left-hander. Genesis 0-1 with a good 1.80 earned run average on the season. He's pitched 11 2/3. He's allowed just 6 hits, 3 earned runs. He's walked 11. That's been the problem. He struck out 11. So 11 walks and 11 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings. So it's feast or famine. Strikeout or walk it's been for Prosper. Morris will be the batter, and they'll get a totally different look against this left-hander. As I mentioned, I had him against Brother Martin earlier this year, and I was impressed with him. Thought he was a good one.
Well, he looks good right now throwing his warm-up pitches. And again, what he's saying to himself is put it in play, make them get 3 hits in a row to beat us or tie us. Don't go walk, error, double, and then it's tied.
Prosper taking those warm-up tosses. You close the book on Kenya Huggins. 6 2/3 innings. No runs, 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 12. Brilliant performance.
Great outing. And like I said earlier, you're not talking against a nobody. You're talking about one of the best 5 teams in the state. And he just showed how dominant he could be And it's so much easier when you're jumping ahead of everybody in the count. 0-1, 1-2. It's easy to pitch when you like that. You get yourself in trouble when it's 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. So let's see what happens here with the left-hander. Got 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
Here's Aiden Morris. Standing lined out to left. First pitch from Prosper is on the way, and it's ball 1 down, 1-0.
You can't give Jesuit an inch. They will capitalize on anything they can capitalize on.
The 1-0 pitch to Morris. That's low, skips through the 5-hole, and it's 2-0. And man, as I mentioned, the issue with Genesis would be command with the 11 walks in just under 12 innings.
Right.
2-0 the count.
A walking inning hurts.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is a strike. It's 2-1.
I don't know, he's got a lot.
Again, the rule you spoke of earlier comes into effect here. And I understand why. It protects the player. If you're a good coach, you're not going to go too far down the road with your pitcher, though. 2-1, that's low. So now it's 3-1. And if you're Morris, I think you got to take a pitch here.
Oh, absolutely. You're taking 3-1 here. Got to do it because you got to get somebody on base.
3 balls and a strike.
I wish they would move the pitch count up to 125 instead of 115.
3-1. That's ball 4, so there's the 2-out base runner for the Blue Jays. Morris aboard. Yep. Berggren will bat. It's not going to be Berggren. It's going to be a pinch hitter, Cannon Clayton, who's a UNO commit. Cannon Clayton will pinch hit for Berggren. With 2 outs, he's got long ball potential.
And that wind's blowing a little bit toward left field.
So Clayton to the plate, and he took it down and out. Catcher kept it close enough. It's 1-0. As Clayton gets the opportunity here.
All right, one strike.
Cannon is really scuffled this year. They have expected more, but he's at 087 with 6 RBI. Runner breaks. They don't even pay attention to him. They just conceded. It's a strike. So taking second without a throw is Morris. No catcher's indifference in high school, so it's a stolen base, and it's a ball and a strike.
Right. Now he goes back to the stretch, so obviously he did something without thinking.
He sure did. Here's the 1-1. It's down and out. It's 2-1. I got to tell you, if you're comfortable from the windup in this situation, you just need 1 out.
Throw from the windup.
And from the stretch, he scuffled a bit. So 2-1 the count on Clayton with 2 outs to pitch. And that's a strike called, and the Purple Knights are 1 strike away from a huge win. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Clayton waits. Prosper stretches, and he pitches, and it is ball 3 down and away. So it's 3-2. Pittman is on deck. Flag unfurls a little bit in center field. A little bit in and across toward left for what it's worth. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Clayton. Here's the payoff pitch and a swing and a foul back. Oh, he was on that pitch right out over the plate. But he fouled it, and it's full 3-2. Big man had extension there. Clayton's 6'4", 225, a junior. Here's another payoff pitch and a swing and a foul back again by Clayton, who's really battling here. He'll see his 8th pitch of this at bat from Prosper.
Great at bat here.
On 3-2, a lead by Morris. Another payoff pitch and a swing and a fly ball down the left field side. It is hooking, it is foul, and out of here, but foul.
Wow.
Clayton just got out in front of that one. And we'll return to the plate. A lot of oohs and ahs there. You knew it would probably have the distance toward the line, but he got out in front a little bit. The old straighten it out from Kenny Goodland, the head coach. That's my favorite line in baseball. Straighten it out. Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
Like I meant to hit it foul.
Exactly. 3-2 the count. Once more, Prosper with a payoff pitch, and it is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the St. Augustine Purple Knights have scored a big 2-0 win over the Jesuit Blue Jays here this evening. Prosper wins the battle, gets the save. Purple Knights have their first win in the league. What a good game. What a good performance.
You cannot say enough about the job Huggins did. Just dominated the Jesuit hitters. And, just did an outstanding job. 12 strikeouts. You don't give your team a chance to make an error when you throw strikes like that and you're throwing the ball by people. The sad note is the great job that Ryan Porsche did. He threw just as good of a ball game, not with the amount of strikeouts, but did a great job in keeping Aug at 2. There's not much you can do when you get shut out. So, again, great ball game between two pretty good teams.
Well, St. Augustine is clearly better than its record. I've been saying that, and they've proven that again here in this game tonight to get their first league and Catholic League play. And Jesuit, of course, with its third loss in the league, the only 3 losses they've had are in this league, which again illustrates just how tough this league really is. As we give you the totals of the ball game for the Purple Knights: 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 on base. For Jesuit, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and they stranded 5 on base. The winning pitcher was Kenya Huggins. He's 2-2 with the win. The losing pitcher was Ryan Porsche. His first loss of the year. He's 5-1. The save to Genesis Prosper is first. The game took an hour and 49 minutes to play. Excellent crowd watched it. And St. Augustine defeated Jesuit by the score of 2-0 here this evening. The final thoughts, Kenny, about what we saw here?
Well, I could sit here tonight and watch another 7 innings with the way those 2 guys were pitching. It's just great to see good high school pitchers come out and pitch. And I'm not taking anything away from these 2 teams offensively. But, with pitching in my background and watching guys and coaching pitchers for so many years, goodness gracious, this was a great ball game by those 2 young men that threw.
No doubt. Again, lost in translation was the performance by Porsche. Was really good in a loss here tonight and has a great future as a junior. But again, Kenya Huggins, as advertised, right?
Absolutely. I kept hearing how good this kid was, and he is. He showed me something. And what I also like, he's just not a fastball pitcher.
Nope.
He's throwing that cutter. He's throwing a little bit of a curveball, it looked like. And, I'm just impressed with the young pitcher he is. He's just not a thrower.
Superb, and what a great future he has. As St. Augustine wins this by the score of 2-0, they improved to 13-10 overall, 1-5 in District 9-5A. The Blue Jays dropped to 23-3, 3-3 in the league. On Saturday, Jesuit will host Rummel. Scheduled for 1 o'clock. Could change to later that day. We're scheduled to have it on radio on 106.1 FM, where Kenny will join me for that. And, of course, St. Augustine, well, the Purple Knights will be ready to roll in their next game against Archbishop Shaw Saturday at Winterscheid Stadium on the West Bank. Kenny, it's always a pleasure. Thank you, my friend.
Well, as usual, it's always fun being with you, and it's also fun to see great high school baseball.
Once again, our final here tonight from Wesley Barrow Stadium, St. Augustine 2 and Jesuit nothing. Thanks to Chip Merritt, thanks to Matt Merritt, and our entire crew at CrescentCitySports.com. For Kenny Forsang, it's Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.